The strumming technique is probably the #1 most popular technique on the guitar, probably along with the finger picking technique. With the strumming technique, we brush the strings up and down rhythmically to play chords. It's quite intuitive technique, and even if you never played the guitar before, the first thing you do when you grab it, you put down a weird chord that doesn't sound good, like this, and then you strum, usually with the thumb. At least that's how I started. Now when we start learning guitar, we are told to strum the strings with a guitar pick, which is this little thing. And it's actually a good thing because the guitar pick gives you a huge range of dynamic, lots of volume, and a beautiful and bright tone. It's a beautiful tool and you have to learn how to use it. However, guys, today I want to show you how to strum the strings with the fingers. It's a completely different approach, completely different tone. We do have a lot of different options, so it's kind of pretty exciting to learn how to strum the strings with the fingers. Obviously, guys, I'm not telling you to give up the guitar pick. I'm just telling you that if you learn how to strum the strings with the fingers, you're gonna add one additional skill to your playing, and then you can decide when to use it and in which song to use it. There are a lot of guitar players who strum the acoustic guitar without a pick sometimes. Tommy Emmanuel is one of them, Mark Knopfler, John Mayer, and Ed Sheeran, just to mention a few. Now we're gonna have a lot of different options. For example, option 1, we're gonna learn how to strum with the thumb only. The second option is obviously strumming with the index finger. We can use 2 different approaches. The first one, we're gonna use the index finger just like a guitar pick, like this. But we can also flick the finger up and down, like this. The third option is going to be thumb and index finger combined. Now this is a great approach because it allows you to really diversify the strumming a lot, so I love it. And it's also easier with this approach to learn something called a thumb slap and strum technique, which sounds like this. Now the chord progression is going to be the same for all the examples, and we are going to use bar chords, guys. The reason for that is because it's easier to control the strings. We're gonna play an E major chord, a C sharp minor chord with a bar chord on fret 4, an F sharp minor chord with a bar chord on fret number 2, an A major with a bar chord on fret number 5, and a B major with a bar chord on fret number 7. Strumming with the thumb is going to give you the softest tone. It's just a beautiful way to get started and maybe to, introduce a song. Probably the best way. Now we're going to strum all downstrokes. I want to show you first, and I'm going to strum with the left side of the thumb, the fleshy side. I don't strum with the fingernail. I also like to keep the fingers as a fist, like this. Try the technique with the chord progression. And then we can do 8 strums. We're gonna do 7 downstrokes and 1 upstroke, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the last strum will be an upstroke, and you will notice right away that the upstroke is slightly brighter because we are obviously striking the string with the fingernail as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Then you change chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1. You can also emphasize certain strums. For example, the 4th strum is usually really nice to emphasize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm always trying to diversify the strumming. bass, 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 strum. You know, I focus on the bass and then I strum the whole thing on the fourth strum. Now when you strum with the thumb for a while, you kind of get used to this soft, dull tone. And so when you strum with the index for the very first time, it sounds completely different. Now the guitar is bright and very loud. Now you can strum with the index using two different approaches. The first one is the one that I prefer the most and I use the most. So I strum with the index just like I'm holding a guitar pick, like this. When I do a downstroke, I have the right side of the fingernail striking the strings. When I do an upstroke, the left side of the fingernail will strike the strings. This approach is the closest to the guitar pick, to be honest. The only difference is that with the finger we don't have the clicky noise of the guitar pick. So very simple exercise. Use the chord progression. Just always do 8 strums just to get used to the technique and the tone. Remember that it's always down, 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 up, down, 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 up. I'm emphasizing the fourth strum, so I have bass, 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 strum, and then bass, 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 and then the upstroke on the top 3 strings, 3/4 strings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Now when we combine the thumb and the index, we're going to change the index finger approach. In fact, we will strum the strings with a different angle, like this. Now, I like to call this approach thumb on the bass and index on the top strings because the thumb is always strumming on the bass strings and then the index will strum on the top strings. Now, one of the strumming patterns that I like to use along with this approach is this one. You're going to have down and down with the thumb. So it's down, down, and then a downstroke with the index finger. And then we're gonna have the upstroke with the index, down with the thumb, up with the index, down with the thumb, and up with the index. So you have down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. And you see how we can easily diversify the strumming with 2 completely different tones. Down, down, down. C sharp minor. F sharp minor. Of course, guys, option 4, we can bring in a lot of different techniques such as the palm muting or the melodic strum to add even more color to the chords. For example, we can use the index finger along with the palm muting technique. So I'm using the palm muting technique just on the first two downstrokes. So I'm muting the strings with the palm. When we combine the thumb and the index, we can also use a technique called the thumb, slap, and strum and play the chords like this. So I'm striking the strings with the side of the thumb, and simultaneously I'm just doing a downstroke with the index finger. Now I'm going to use the same strumming pattern that we learned. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. But I'm going to add the thumb slap. So I'm going to do down, down, thumb, slap, and strum. Up, down, down. So I'm basically adding the thumb, slap, and strum on the second and fourth beat. Down, 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 up, down, down, down. Obviously, when we play the C sharp minor, we're going to do the thumb slap on the A string because the bass note of the chord is here. So this is how we can use the strumming technique with the fingers. Now, I was obviously trying to give you as many options as possible, but really take it step by step. If you have been playing with the guitar pick for a while, you have been strumming with the guitar pick, it will take a little bit of time to get used to the tone and the technique itself. So really just enjoy the process. Start with the thumb slowly, and then try with the index, and then just put them together. Now I'm gonna leave you to practice this. Take it step by step, guys. I'll see you next time.